What's up, gang? It's your girl Jeanina, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Welcome back to Pretty Girl Gang TV, where we do nothing but conduct pretty girl business. Okay. Today's video is going to be a product review, and that product is going to be the Dragun Beauty Face Palette. Okay, DB2, Dragun Beauty Drop 2. Okay, serving face, honey, serving face. We are going to do a review and serve face with Nikita Dragun's face palette. Now, I did film this video, or attempt to film this video, 3 other times. Okay, so this is my 4th time filming this video, and it's not because of the palette. Nothing happened with the palette. It was just my camera, my lighting, just like the universe in general, girl. The universe in general did not want me to film yesterday. Okay, everything went wrong that could have went wrong. Everything. So I am back, girl, filming this video for the 4th time around. Okay, if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, I will leave the information on the screen so you can go ahead and follow your girl on Instagram. Okay, but if you guys do already follow me on Instagram, you know that when I ordered and when I received this Dragun Beauty face palette, I did do an unboxing of it, and I was really excited about the product. Okay, and I told you guys that I was going to film and post it yesterday, which was Thursday, but I tried 3 times to film this dang video, girl, and it just wasn't working. So anyway, girl, I've already talked enough. We are going to get straight into this video. Stay tuned. So as you can see, my face is already beat. We are already done with most of our makeup, girl. And now we're going to finish it off with the Dragun Beauty face palette. But first, before I show you guys the palette, I wanted to show you guys the actual packaging, because I know the packaging has been floating around YouTube. The PR package actually has been floating around YouTube, and I think it's important to kind of show you guys what the real packaging looks like. And when I mean real packaging, I mean like if you're a regular schmegular degular girl like me buying this with your own coin, okay, and you're not getting this in PR, you are going to receive a different package. And I think this is important to show people, because most of the hype around this Dragun Beauty face palette is mostly the promos, the visuals, the actual face palette design, the PR packages, I mean everything, right? And what really matters, what truly matters, is the actual makeup and how it's going to perform. But I just feel like this palette has been marketed so much with like the packaging and the PR being extravagant. So I just wanted to show you guys the real deal, okay, meaning the packaging that you are going to get when you spend your own coin, just like I did. And this did retail for $45. So this is the actual box that you will get. It's her signature blue color, nothing really special and fancy, just covering up my address there. And when you open it, it has like a little message here that says live your fantasy. You know, that's my girl's slogan, live your fantasy, XOXO Nikita. You know, Nikita's my girl, you know, in my head, girl. She's my girl in my head. Anyway, the packaging came with purple paper, so no purple hair like in the PR. And it did actually come with a Nikita dollar right here. Oh, wait, girl, excuse me, a Nikita $100. This is a Nikita $100 bill. Okay, okay, girl, $100. Can we use this at Sephora? Now, getting to the palette, this is the actual palette, and this is how she is going to come in this clear plastic cover or protector box here. And I think this clear cover, girl, like honestly, I think it gives it this really like futuristic type of design. I really like this. I know it's been dragged all over the internet for filth, girl. People were like talking about how they hated this design, how it's cheap, how it's like color pop material. And I don't think so, girl. Like, this actually is very sturdy. It's actually very hard plastic. You see, it's not like flimsy. It's actually very hard. And you know what this reminds me of, girl? This reminds me of when you used to go to Walmart and used to buy DVDs, or if you would buy anything in the electronics section, it would be located in like this little clear hard box, and you would have to take it to the register and like get it unlocked. Do you remember that, girl? That's what this just gave me. This just gave me Walmart tease. Anyway, getting straight to this face palette, this is her right here unboxed, and she is having a 3D moment, girl. She is really 3D, girl. As you can see, it raises up here, and you can actually press the face in if you want to, but why would you want to, girl? I know this had a lot of controversy. I personally like it. I feel like it's different. No one has ever done this. I have not seen this on any other makeup or any other brand, and it's Nikita. We know that Nikita is just super extra. That's why we love her, girl, and that's why I love her. Okay, she's super extra and beautiful, and I think this means something to her, because I think this was a picture of her while she was getting her facial feminization surgery, I believe. Like, don't quote me on that, girl, but I think this is what this kind of symbolizes, you know, her transforming and just becoming who she is. And a lot of people really don't like it. Some people thought it was creepy. I personally think it's very artistic, and it's her, you know, it's Nikita, it's her brand, it's what she wants to do, and I feel like the design is actually sickening, girl. Like, I feel like this is an artistic piece that you can put on your display. Like, if you have a beauty room, you put this on display. Anyway, that's just me, girl. And here is the back of the face palette. It's just purple. It has a diamond here, Dragun Beauty, and then we have face, serving face, serving face. That's what we're doing, girl. We are serving face today, okay? And when you open this face palette, these are the actual colors, and yes, oh my god, yes, this does bend all the way back. You guys know how I feel about makeup palettes that bend all the way back. Thank you, Nikita, for making this bend all the way back. I just feel like when palettes bend all the way back, girl, it just saves a lot more space, okay? But a little drawback to this design here, as you can see, when it does go all the way back, it kind of doesn't lay all the way flat. So I feel like you're gonna have kind of a hard time sitting it down on a surface, and also stacking it when it comes to stacking it on other palettes, like traveling, you know, when you stack all your palettes on together, because it has this lump here, either way you turn it, I feel like it's gonna be kind of an issue. But anyway, that's just me. Getting to the inside the palette, girl, we have the mirror here, and I don't want to blind you guys with my lighting. It says face all over this mirror, and it comes with the cover, and then you have the actual colors. Now, taking a look at these colors, girl, they are 2 contour colors, 2 blush colors, and 2 highlight colors. I already swatched these palettes, so you guys are going to see like my fingerprints and like my nail marks, because like I said, girl, in the beginning of this video, this is my 4th time filming this video. Okay, you guys will not believe the luck that I have been having with the universe. Okay, so anyway, these are the 2 contour shades. We have Femme, which is the lighter shade, Surge, which is the darker shade. These are the 2 blushes. This one is a matte blush, and this one is called T-Girl. And then we have this one here, which is called BB Girl. And then we have 2 highlighters here. We have Fantasy, which is this beautiful purple highlight, girl. And then we have Silicone, which is a gold champagne regular type of highlight. I feel like we see this highlight all the time. It's just normal. What I really like, girl, is this Fantasy, and I'm gonna swatch for you guys. It comes off a tad ashy, but I do love the purple. I feel like that's so different, you know? You don't normally see that in a highlighter, and this is the silicone color. That's kind of like a normal one for me. Let's get into this palette and finish the rest of this face, honey, okay? But first, before we do get into this palette, girl, I need to brighten my under eye. And of course, this would not be a Dragun Beauty video if we didn't use another Dragun Beauty product, okay? So I am going to use the Dragun Beauty Heart Transformation Powders. You guys know I swear by these powders, okay? Mostly the yellow one, okay? The pink one kind of makes me look just a tad bit ghastly, but when I mix them together, they're perfect. Perfect, okay? But we're gonna go in with the yellow one for today. And as you can see, like, I know I've demoed this on my channel before, but this literally will like brighten your under eye instantly. It's like an instant Facetune or something. Like, I am in love with this brightening powder, and I even take it down here to my nose and to the tip here. And you see how that just like, it just instantly brightened it up, like instantly. And you don't even need a lot. It's just crazy. I hope she never stops making this, like seriously. So going in with this palette, girl, now I did swatch both of these contour colors, and lately you guys know that I've been going in with contour with more a warm brown color and not so much as a cool contour color. Cool contour colors are majority, you know, a majority of people do contour with cool colors because it really snatches your cheekbones, you know. But lately I've been doing very like warm, natural kind of contours. So in order to get that, I think I'm going to mix both of them together. I feel like this is going to be best for me because I feel like Femme, this shade right here, the lighter shade, I feel like it's the exact same color as me. I'll swatch it for you guys, and that's how she looks. I feel like she is my color, like she's my skin tone. So I feel like if I mix Femme with Surge, we will get a perfect warm contour, okay? So I'm going to go into Surge, and as you can see, she's kind of powdery. So you are gonna get quite a bit of kickback or fallout with this palette. It doesn't matter to me as long as the makeup works, but some people don't like the fallout and the kickback or whatever you wanna call it, and that's a problem. So just expect to get a lot of kickback from this palette, girl. But this is how it looks on my brush. And I'm gonna take just a little bit of Surge because Surge is very pigmented too, and it's very dark. So I feel like it's gonna be pigmented. So we're just gonna take a little dab of Surge just like that, and we're gonna go in on our cheeks here. Okay, yeah. So we are going to mix the two, and I think that's gonna look good. I'm gonna dip into both again. Oh yeah. And it's actually really nice despite all of the kickback that you're getting. It's actually really blendable and very soft. The powder is very soft. And we'll do the other side. And you know what? It's super blendable, girl. Like, I feel like if you were to just put too much, or if you were to go in with like the darker shade and it's just too much for you, I feel like you can really like buff it out and kind of smooth it out and get it to where you want it to do. It's very like blendable and malleable and just like easy to work with. I like that because I typically contour with powders. I just started getting into the whole cream contour, but powder contour is normally my thing, girl, because I feel like powder contour is good if you are an oily girl like me. I am an oily girl. I'm just going in on the tops of my forehead here, and I'm still mixing the two colors. And all you need is a tad bit. All you need is a little bit because she's very pigmented. Like, I'm literally just dipping in one dip and I'm getting it a lot of pigment. So that's how pigmented she is. Okay, so this is how our contour looks, girl. And it even looks like I did a little bit of bronzing with that. So now I'm gonna go and contour my nose with this, and I'm going to dip into both Surge and Femme again and mix it and contour my nose. So I'm gonna dip into Femme, and I'll dip one into Surge, and Perfect. I'm gonna dip into Surge by itself a little bit and see if we can't darken up the shadows here. And chop it off right there. So I'm not mad at the color. I'm not mad at the powder. I feel like it's working really good. And this is how our face is looking now. So now on to the blush, girl. And I'm going to go in with my blush brush. I'm actually going to use both blushes because lately I've been living for a shimmer blush on top of a matte blush. So I think I'm going to use both. So I'm going to dip into BB Girl first. And look how pigmented she is. Okay, very pigmented. I probably went in a little bit too much, but we'll see how this goes. We'll start small, girl. Oh, okay. Okay, so you know what? Okay, we can go in with some more. We'll go in with some more. It's very pinky and a little subtle. It's not like boom packed color, you know. It's a little color, but not so much, just enough to give you like, you know, a little flush. And we'll go in with Tea Girl here, which is the shimmer one, and we'll dust that on top. Ooh, look at that powder, girl. She powdery. So we'll go in on top with Tea Girl. And I feel like it's giving me a cute little shimmer. I don't know if you guys can see that there on my cheek. But she's very subtle. It's not like, you know, Baba Boom clown blush. You know, normally I like very pigmented clown blush. And I'm not saying clown because I'm trying to like be shady to any brands, but I like my blush to be very pigmented. But this is kind of like, you know, a natural flush blush, but I feel like she could have went a little bit more on the pigment. Now I'm gonna do the other side. So going in with BB Girl again, then going into Tea Girl again. Ooh, and she is powdery. I don't know if you guys can see, there's like powder flying everywhere. Okay, so this is our blush. This is how we're looking. And like I said, she's not like packed with pigment, you know. It's very like a very natural flush blush type of moment. See, anyway, girl, we are almost done. We are going to get to the last part of this face palette, which is the highlighters themselves. Okay, now going in with the highlighters, I'm going to use both highlighters. I'm going to use Fantasy, this purple one here, on my actual cheeks, and then I think I'll use silicone as my inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take this little eyeshadow brush here, and we're going to go in with Fantasy on the highest points here. Ooh, you guys see that, girl? Yes, ma'am. What a nice highlight. It's a really nice highlight. I don't know if you guys can see. I know my lighting has been tripping lately, so it'll go in and out. But this is how the highlighter looks. Now I'm going to take that color silicone and I'm going to go in with the inner corner of my eye with this little inner corner brush here. Now silicone is a little different. I noticed that silicone's texture is different and it has chunks of glitter, like kind of big chunks of glitter. So we'll see how this goes with that. Oh, and it's actually, okay. It's actually cute. But as you can see, you see those big chunks of glitter? Ooh, girl. Up here messing up my makeup with this glitter now. Okay, I'm gonna dip it in and then like tap it and see if we can do it better like that. Okay, so I did put silicone on the inner corners of my eye. As you guys can see, it does look really nice, but upon application, I will say the glitters are very chunky, okay? The formula seems to be different on that specific highlight, and it makes it more powdery and it comes off more in chunks. Like it was just coming off of the brush in chunks and very powdery. It was kind of getting all over the place, and it did produce a lot of fallout underneath my eye, and I had to go in with the brush and just kind of clean it up a little bit because I didn't want it to like get all over my base and just ruin everything. So it did kind of have quite a bit of fallout, so prepare for that. And that's only with the color Silicone. I didn't have that problem with Fantasy. Like Fantasy seemed to be very smooth and easy to go on, but Silicone not so much because of that chunky glitter. So it's still beautiful. I do like the way it looks. It's giving you a little pop of champagne pop gold here, okay? It's giving me like champagne pop tease, okay? Remember champagne pop? So it's giving me that gold, beautiful, natural look, but it did have quite a bit of fallout, so look out for that. So this is how our face is looking so far with the palette, okay? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, girl? Because I have some, okay? So let me go ahead and put some lipstick on and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay, girl, so I'm back. I threw on a regular, smegular nude lipstick. You know me, okay? Threw on a nude lipstick with this look, and I am back with my final thoughts on this Dragun Beauty face palette. Now, y'all know that I love me some Dragun Beauty, okay? I love Dragun Beauty because I love Nikita. I love my Dragon Heart Transformation Brightening Powders, okay? You can't tell me nothing about those powders. Now, my little 2 cents on this face palette, okay? Nikita swears this face palette is universal and it is not. The contours were very blendable, very nice. They were very powdery, but they blended out and went on the skin really nice, okay? The thing about the powders is the colors. Now, obviously Femme is my tone, so I can't really say too much about Femme, but the darkest shade Surge, I feel like is very, very cool toned and gray. Not that that is a problem because that works for some people, but for me, no. So in order for me to use this palette, girl, I think I would have to mix both of them all the time, Femme and Surge, both of the contours together, because Surge would just be really super gray, I feel like, on me. Now, I don't know how it would look on any darker skin tones or any other skin tone, but on me, and I'm pretty dark, I'm a brown skin girl, okay? That contour was just pulling too gray on its own. I normally use colors that are not so gray because gray is not really flattering on my skin tone. So I can't speak on any other either darker or lighter spectrum girls, but I could never use Surge on its own. Never. Because it just gives off a very grayish, cool tone, and not cool tone in a good way. I feel like it's cool and grayish kind of in a bad way, but that's on my skin tone. It could be different on someone darker or someone lighter, but in order for me to use this face palette, girl, I would definitely have to mix both of them together. Now, the blushes. The blushes are not super duper pigmented, like I said, okay? I feel like T-Girl, which was the shimmer lighter blush, I feel like T-Girl was very, very light. It's a beautiful shimmer blush, okay? Beautiful shimmer when you layer it on top with BB Girl for my skin tone. Maybe if you are on the lighter spectrum, I feel like T-Girl can work by itself for you. But for me, I feel like I could never use T-Girl on its own because it was just very light and it would probably be really super ashy on me and anybody on the darker spectrum of skin tones, okay? Now, there was a lot of talk saying that Nikita should have probably broke up this palette in different spectrums. So she should have had one for light, one for dark, and one for a deeper skin tone. And maybe she should have did that and then paired colors together accordingly to make it fit better, because I just feel like with those two colors for universally for everybody, it's just not gonna work. It worked for me somewhat, and that was because I was able to finesse it, but I feel like on the darker spectrum, it's not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, especially with the Surge contour. Like the Surge contour, no, I feel like it's just too gray and it's not gonna work. My least favorite part of the palette was the contour shades. Like, I don't like Surge at all. I can't use Femme as a contour because it's too light. So mixing is my only option. So I didn't really like that about the palette. Now, the highlighters by far were my favorite part. My favorite highlighter was Fantasy Girl because as you can see, she's here. She's looking purple and cute, okay? I loved Fantasy. You guys know I love pink and I love purple, and I like the idea of having a highlighter that kind of steps outside of the box, and that's what I feel like Nikita did. She like stepped outside the box with this purple, nice, cute highlighter, okay? But silicone, I feel like it was just a normal gold highlight, but the glitter was really chunky and it was really, really, really powdery. And powdery, not in, you know, like a thin powder. It was like a thick, chunky powder because of the glitters, you know, just because of the chunky glitters. And it gave me a lot of fallout. So maybe silicone would have worked better on my cheeks. I don't know. But I didn't really like silicone's texture. Now, is the palette bad, girl? No. The palette is not bad. The palette is just okay. I feel like it's okay. I feel like it works for girls on a lighter spectrum, but for girls like me and darker, I don't think all of these shades are gonna work. So just calling it universal is just not it. It's definitely not universal. Now, is this palette worth $45? No, no. I don't think this palette is worth $45. I honestly think she charged $45 because of all the packaging and probably all the promo. You know, you have to make your return back and stuff like that. But $45, honestly, no, girl. I don't think it's worth $45. It should have been, I don't know. I couldn't name a price, but definitely not $45. I feel like $45 is really expensive. And for $45, it didn't really perform like I imagined that it would. Is the packaging cute? Yes. The packaging is cute, and if you're a super fan, if you're a dragon like me, girl, and you love you some Nikita Dragun, you can get this palette. You can have something that she designed. You can have her face. I mean, you can have one of her products. That's me. I'm a super fan, so I'm going to keep it, girl. I really like this packaging. I like the design. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on my beauty room vanity because I think it's just so artistic. But do you need this palette, girl? Like, do you absolutely need this palette in your makeup collection? If you're just a regular girl and you love makeup, do you need these contours? Do you need these blushes? Do you need these highlighters? No, no. There are other face palettes out there that have a better option and a better range when it comes to the contours and the blushes and the highlighters for your specific tone. So I wouldn't think that you would absolutely need to go ahead and grab this. But if you're a fan like me, like I said, if you're a Dragun girl and you just love you some Nikita Dragun and you want to support, yes, go out and buy this palette if you can afford the $45, okay? Am I looking forward to future launches from Dragun Beauty? Yes. Definitely. I feel like Nikita steps it up when it comes to her promo and her visuals and her overall delivery. When it comes to her makeup, she's getting better, okay? She's getting better, and I feel like she releases makeup products that are different. Mostly everybody releases eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, you know, the same lashes, the same old thing. And she did a face palette, she did color correctors, she did brightening powders. So I feel like she has the idea. We're just waiting for the big drop. Okay, I am just waiting for the big drop that's just gonna be like, boom, it's gonna be revolutionary, it's gonna be good, and I know she can do it. I believe in her, girl. So I am looking forward to more launches from Dragun Beauty. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, girl, if you want to, girl. If you want to, if you like my makeup, because I love my makeup today. I feel like I did a good job today, girl. Give me a thumbs up. Clap for you, girl, okay? Because I'm getting better at my makeup. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.